never get this open without the right key.
The beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
What's new?
They say the farmers have rebelled. We can't use crap like that now, when we're in the middle of a war with the orcs.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
I want to join the militia.
You're not even a citizen of Khorinis. Why do you think Lord Andre should accept you? Anyone could come along, get issued a weapon and some armor in passing, and then disappear with it.
But I'm serious.
Don't explain that to me. Explain it to Lord Andre. You'll find him in the barracks.
What are my options here in town?
And so he bade Enos
If you don't want to end up in the gutter in the
part
harbor
of his
district,
power in
find a
his
regular
realm,
job.
so that he might
Ask
restore
around
it
in the
to
lower part
human,
of town.
if the
Maybe
beast
you'll get
should
lucky.
return.
If you're planning on staying longer here in the city, you should join the militia,
And
or
Enos,
at least
in
get
his
trained in
wisdom,
combat. The
did
combat
so.
instructors in the barracks also train civilians. The orcs will come soon, and then you'll be glad of every hour you spent on the drill ground.
But the light was a torment for Beliar.
What do you know
All
about the
that Enos
paladins?
created
Not much.
was destroyed
Nobody knows exactly
by
why
Beliar.
they're here. Not even those of us in the city guard. They've taken control of the city, chased the governor out of his council chamber, and relieved the judge of his office. If you ask me, it's a good thing.
No light
Those pompous
and no
asses bitterly need a
darkness.
lesson in humility.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute. And he
Well,
did
what have we
not
here?
succeed.
Have you no manners? That's disgusting.
There, where
Oh, is
Adanos
this
stood,
filthy
was a
rabble?
place in
Haven't
which
you a
Enos
job
and
where you ought to be?
Beliar
But I
had
suppose no one would
power.
miss a down-at-heel fellow like you, hey? Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you
And
wouldn't
in
have to
this
work
place,
either.
Order
But you'll
and
never be that
chaos
rich.
were
I see I'm gonna have lots of fun with you.
The sea was created.
I asked you who you are.
I am Valentino,
And the
the
sea
handsome,
released
bon
the land.
vivant, and ladies'
And there
man.
arose
Poor in
all
cares, rich in
creatures,
wisdom and gold, and the
trees
women
as well
throw
as
themselves at me.
animals,
If you have
wolves as well
problems,
as
keep
sheep.
them. I don't need
Last
them.
of all arose the human. And Adanos was pleased with what
Do you have
had arisen.
anything else to tell me?
He
Make yourself
delighted in
popular,
all
never
the
promise
beings
anything to
equal.
anyone, take what you can, and watch out that you don't get into a
But so
quarrel with
great
the
was the
militia.
wrath
Or
of
with
Beliar
jealous husbands, of
that he
course.
came
They're
across
the worst,
land
let me tell
and
you.
chose the beast, and Beliar spoke to it, and the beast became his subject. And Beliar gave unto it
What's
a
new?
portion of
I
his
wonder why the
divine
paladins are
power,
here at all.
so that it might
They're holding the
destroy
town hall,
land.
the barracks, and the harbor, but they haven't actually done anything so far. If they were here about the orcs or the bandits,
beheld what
they would have
Beliar
done
had
something
done,
ages ago.
and
There
he
must be
also
another
bestrode
reason.
the land and chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his
What's new?
subject.
Since the collapse of
And
the
Enos
barrier,
gave unto
open trade
him
with
a
the big
portion
pharma has
of his
abruptly stopped.
divine power,
Who knows
so
what he's
that
plotting?
he
There's something
might
fishy
undo
about
the
it.
work of Beliar. And Beliar spoke to another creature.
What's new?
But Adanos
Ever since
brought
they
forth
took the
tide,
barrier away,
and
this
the
town
creature
has
was
been
washed from the
overrun
face
with
of the
bandits.
earth.
The paladins don't do a thing. Why the hell are they even here then?
But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness
What's new?
overcame
Everyone has been
Adanos.
worried lately. It's not enough that the paladins have made themselves at home here. Now people are constantly
And thus
disappearing
spake
in the
Adanos to
strangest
his
fashion.
brothers,
It's about
"Never
time the
again
militia finally
shall
did
you
something
walk
about it.
upon my land, for it is sacred, and so shall it be."
What's
But the
new?
human
I hope the militia
and the
will finally
beast
find out
waged
why the
war
population of
upon the
Khorinis
land of
keeps
Adanos,
shrinking. You
and
have
the
to fear
wrath
for your
of the
life when you
gods
hear that
was
so
with
many
them.
have already gone missing.
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm. Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Now, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
Terrible things are bound to happen soon.
Terrible things, hmm? How do you know this?
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Khorinis.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that terrible things are going to happen. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I preach to them. So don't fret. Let's start over at the beginning. What's that message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
No, I heard rumors somewhere.
Aha! And that is why you have made this journey. Who are you really?
I'm an adventurer from down south.
Good. Let us summarize. You are an adventurer from down south who heard rumors that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I... Let's start over at the...
A large army is gathered.
If that is indeed...
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me...
The necromancer.
I'm a former convict from...
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything, of course. But I shall tell you what I may.
Who are the members of the Ring of Water, then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring. But you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
Where are the other water mages?
They are exploring the ruins of an old culture northeast of Khorinis. We suspect that those ruins might contain a passage to a part of the island which is as yet uncharted.
Tell me more about that uncharted area.
If you're interested in joining the expedition, I could send you to Vatras with a letter. You can only participate, of course, as long as you're one of us.
Of course. What exactly is it that you do?
We stand between the Order of Innos and the chaos of Beliar. If one of the two sides should gain the upper hand, it will mean either total loss of freedom or deadly chaos. Therefore, we guard the balance between the two. That's what makes life in this world possible for all.
And what does that mean in concrete terms?
The fall of the barrier has evoked numerous threats. The bandits are probably the most obvious one. Not only has it become all but impossible to travel the island without being attacked, there's someone in town, too, who supports the bandits. We have found out that the bandits receive regular deliveries from a weapons merchant in Khorinis. We try to find such people and keep them from endangering the city. If you can find out anything about this, let me know.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
I have vanquished the Sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called the Sleeper. I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did this. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
I have freed many people. The barrier is gone.
Even if you can really claim responsibility for that. The great event in the Valley of Mines has not only set free the water mages and other upright citizens. All the criminals of the entire country are roaming Khorinis these days, harassing the population. The bandits have already taken over large areas of land outside the city. It has become all but impossible to leave the town and return unharmed.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Khorinis is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
Yes?
you should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The Ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
That's all just gossip.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the City Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
I shall do that. Is there anything that could help me with my search?
You're a very persistent young man. But I actually can think of something that could make your tasks easier for you. I shall give you this ore amulet. You'll certainly be able to use it. It is an amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisps. There are only very few of them. The will-o'-the-wisp that inhabits this amulet has very special properties. It can help you find things that normally elude the naked eye. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it loses its power, or you cannot find it, simply put on the amulet again and it will reappear. The will-o'-the-wisp can detect weapons. It could be very helpful to you in investigating the weapons deliveries to the bandits. Treat it well, and it will never fail you.
A will-o'-the-wisp in an amulet?
Will-o'-the-wisps are admirable creatures. They consist of pure magical energy. They are bound to the magical ore in this world. It is their origin. It gives them their strength. I'm not surprised that you've never heard of them. They only appear to the person who bears the ore to which they belong. Will-o'-the-wisps living in the wild have been forcefully removed from their sources. They will attack anyone who approaches them. There is no way to help those pitiful creatures. You had better stay away from them.
Can the will-o'-the-wisp do more than that?
More than look for close combat weapons? Not unless you teach it. I think Riordian knows how to teach these beings. He is one of us, currently traveling with Vatras. Perhaps he can tell you more.
Thank you. I shall take good care of it.
That isn't true. Tell me that isn't true.
Can you heal me?
You do not require healing magic at this time.
Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adanos guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Tell me about Adanos.
Adanos is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adanos.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The paladins are his warriors.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Adanos are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
That's been I couldn't care less.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Same old thing all over again. I'm not telling you anything new much. That's the truth.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me?
He wants to know.
Indeed. The This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Secret. If he doesn't see that, I can't touch him.
Where can I find a priest of Innos?
The best thing would be to look around the marketplace. You will find an emissary of the monastery there.
You don't have to tell me that. He listened to the wrong people.
Wait, if you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
That's from my opinion. Same old thing all over again. That's all just gossip. That isn't true.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Is it really true? Where did you pick that up then? No idea.
That's an open secret.
What do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you gonna sign up?
I want to sign up with you as an apprentice.
With me? No! I have already had the dubious pleasure once of grappling with an apprentice. That's quite enough for me. I invested several years in his education, and in the end, the poor fool up and poisoned himself. Go sign up with one of the other masters.
What will I have to do to become your apprentice?
I couldn't bear yet another dilettante on my conscience. There is a multitude of herbs out there. Used in different variations, they develop the most diverse effects. You probably don't even know half of them. Here. This is a list of the most important plants. Bring me a plant of each kind, and I might reconsider taking you in as an apprentice.
About the plants,
If you cannot handle that by yourself, you won't be any good as an alchemist either.
I see. I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
I'm in need of healing.
Why? Are you injured?
Not really.
Get lost then, or you may well suffer an injury.
Show me your wares.
Do you really believe that? This is gonna change.
He better shut up.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look. Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
I get so worked up.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. Listen, it's quite easy, really. You take a sharp blade and cut open the animal's belly. Then make a few small incisions on the inside of the legs, and you can peel off the skin. Bring me the wolf skins and we shall see.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I'm not telling you anything new.
So why won't they listen to me?
Don't tell me you didn't know that. It was obvious all along.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.